Hello again. We're back to flattening sharpening stones again. It's another slightly different way of doing it. Instead of starting off with a dry back of the tile, as I said before, I'm using a household tile, ceramic, with the textured back to flatten my stone. So last time I used the ceramic tile dry, but the stone was wet. Now, I think they both do the job, because I did the 6,000 grit. I did the 6,000 grit on this dry, but I'm just going to show you the difference doing it on having this wet. Because I did this stone. This is lovely and flat now. It was warped that way. It was warped that way because I did it that way with the file, and then I ended up with dips that way. So this time I'm going to do this side. Now just there, there's 4 gashes in the stone. There's 4 gashes. Hope you can just catch that on the camera. There's 4 gashes on that. Now I'm just going to try and grind them down so we can get it nice and flat. So we've got that nice and wet. And you get a completely different sound and feeling in there. This will probably take longer because this is a harder stone. Remember, 1,000, 6,000. So this will not flatten as easy. You see the little bubbles we're getting? So that's hardly taken any off at all. And it's got embedded metal particles as well, the greyness. So I was hoping to get rid of that as well. You can do swirl motions if you want. You can turn the tile around and do it that way. Doesn't matter, you can do it that way. Or that way. Maybe a swirly motion. Because obviously the more up and down you go, the more these edges are getting flattened. So if you can come in from an angle on a swirl, you're catching these as well. So you're using every rough bit on the tile rather than all these bits that you already smoothed down. So you can see with that we're not really getting any stone off at all, are we? No stones coming off at all. That's just water. But if I went back to the 6,000 grit, which is the softer stone, I'll show you the difference. You can see all this here now is stone coming off here, the browner stuff. Whereas this side, the harder stone, it's not really taking it off. So it could be quite a long job. So if it was taking the stone off readily, you'd get the dark brown particles on here, and we're not getting that. So this stone's maybe a bit too hard for the tile. But certainly the 6,000 upwards would work, you know, 6,000, 8, 10 or whatever, the softer stone on this. But it seems this might be as hard as that. So it's sort of an equal battle, isn't it? Well, this might even be harder than this. I wouldn't have thought so, this is ceramic. I suppose I can just persevere. But certainly that way, on the 6,000 stone, you're actually getting stone coming off this brown stuff. we've got a clean tub of water. Just rinse this off. You can see how cloudy the water's gone. That's the 6,000 grit that's come off this one, whereas this one hasn't really done much, as we can see. But yeah, I would certainly recommend this for 6,000 and upwards, because the stone is soft enough, or soft enough to be ground down by the tile. Whereas, well, certainly in my experience, as you can see there, even the colour of the water there is the same colour as this, not the same colour as this. So yeah, 6,000 and upwards, a tile will do you nicely. Whereas the 1,000, not so good. But anyway, so next time you need to flatten your stone, and it's a polishing stone, shall we say, 6,000 and above, back of the tile does the job. Not so good for the high grit though. Well, hope that's helped somebody. I'll say goodbye for now. See you next time.